Harry and Meghan are looking at a brand new PR disaster, but who's behind this problem now? Hi, good morning, Neil Sean here in the heart of London. That is the story breaking out of London today. But firstly, let me just thank everybody who's joined our wonderful family channel. It's your channel all about, of course, the latest and exclusive royal news. And as I said previously, I do read and enjoy all your comments, good and bad, and I really thank you for getting involved. If you've got any questions you want to ask, all that sort of stuff, feel free to ask them. But as I say, what we try to do here on this brand new channel is this: we bring you both sides of the story so that you can make up your mind which version is the truth. We only report the truth, but it's really up to you how you finally see the story in the end. Back to the story. So it looks like Harry and Meghan are facing yet another big PR disaster, and it seems such a shame for the couple when they should be joyous in their brand new arrival of Lilibet Diana Mountbatten Windsor. But they just keep making these problems for themselves. But why? Now, as you know, there was a battle already between the naming of their daughter and, of course, the palace. But it's now escalated somewhat, and the real reason behind this particular story is somewhere, somehow along the line, someone is not telling the truth. But who? So here's the story. Prince Harry got very upset and decided to issue legal threats to the British Broadcasting Corporation, otherwise known worldwide as the BBC, basically claiming that their story wasn't true. They stuck to their guns, and the bottom line is nobody from the palace, the courtiers, and indeed those closest to Her Gracious Majesty the Queen would refute this particular story. Now, as we also told you on the channel, this makes a very big problem for Prince Harry, simply because he really needed his grandmother to say, yes, we did have that conversation, but now the story's escalated, simply because it's unprecedented and what Her Majesty the Queen and the palace courtiers have decided to do, and it's this. The bottom line is now, if any story that displeases Her Majesty the Queen and she knows it to be untrue, then for the very first time it will be rebuked. As I say, this is groundbreaking simply because the British royal family always went under the mantra of never complain, never explain. But where it gets more interesting now is, as Harry and Meghan are ex-royals and not aligned, of course, to the British royal family, it depends on what they decide to do. They've got a lot of big PR companies working for them, and while they've spun stories to suit their narrative, it now looks like finally the British royal family, and more importantly Her Majesty the Queen, have decided to hit back. And if they don't agree with something, or in fact they're bringing the royal family name into disrepute, particularly Her Majesty the Queen, then you will definitely hear from her or the people around her rebuking the story. It's going to be a very tricky path now for Harry and Meghan to move forward for, because so far the playing field has been wide open to them to come up with any sort of schemes, plots, PR that they wish to do. And of course, as we've also told you here on the channel, any stories that they don't like, they're very quick to hit that litigation button. For now, it looks like the ball's certainly in Her Majesty the Queen's court. But what do Harry and Meghan have planned next? And will it be good enough? And more importantly, will it be battered out of court once again by Her Majesty the Queen? Neil Sean in the heart of London.